Yo, Tucson time. I'm living on Tucson time, isn't it? Man, did you see that? You see that huge Tucson knife sale I had? And that was Memorial Day. That was a lot of Tucson knives. And none of them were marked. I got them from a guy, right? He sent me, two big boxes crammed full of Tucson knives. And many of them I'd never had in my hands before, okay? And many were old school and then all the way up. From O2, TS02 to TS320 something, whatever. So what a mix and what a crazy sale that was. But I learned a lot, but it took me hours to do the research to get them all named correctly. But we got it done. And this one is, see, I marked this one and it's very easy to read. Okay, the 313 Big Daddy Button Banger. Night Morning design in M390. Now, did Night Morning really name it the Big Daddy Button Banger? No, he doesn't name his knives, so I'm going to name it for him. Big Daddy Button Banger. And let's check it out. Let's see if she can cut something. Maybe. Ooh. Oh, wow, that came, whoa, yeah, that's sharp. Okay, never mind. I was kind of wondering, but, why should I? Every time I get a damn Tucson knife, it's sharp as hell, but that one is sharp. And another thing, this is a button lock. This is like the first button lock that Tucson's ever done that I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. And it's really strange. It's a strange design. It's an interesting design. But it's really strange because look at how this is set up. Why? I don't know, but we'll take it apart. We'll take a look, but it's a strange thing. Why do you need this protruding? Why do you even need this protrusion, to tell you the truth? It's not like, there's been a lot. Brian Ty does them for CRKT, but he does, he does knives custom made that are button lock, and they're very simple. And then of course there's been some ones that Spyderco has done as well, but this is really a different kind of setup. Backspacer, lanyard, but they didn't drill a hole through there, so it's through there. Look at these fullers, both sides, with the pocket clip being titanium. It's an interesting looking knife, and this thing swings. Look at that. When you depress that. Wow. Now, I had some button stick on here, and you know what I did? And just because it was handy and I was lazy, I just took some KPL here, and I went around the outside of this button and the inside, and then this far side here. Let's break it loose. And where this plunger kind of goes through there, and got some lube on it. And that cured it. But maybe graphite would be better. I don't know. But this did the job for the time being. And now, no. But I was getting some where I'd push and it'd go pop, kind of a tick like that a little bit, but a little bit more difficult. But yeah, this is, baby, look at that. Definitely, I'm sure, ceramic bearings like almost all their knives. And you got this front choil area, modified tanto, something, and kind of this trailing point, whatever you want to call it. It's a modified something. And you've got this swedge coming down here. You've got a heavy duty tip. And you know what? I don't know. It's a hollow grind, so it does slice pretty well, considering the fact that you're starting out at 4mm blade stock. Not wood stock, blade stock. There you go, 4.1. Yeah, and I thought this thing would be 6/10 of an inch, but it's not. 13.8 millimeters, 0.54. It's more slender than I thought. It feels like a big, chunky, heavy knife. It does, but it's not that heavy. I figured this has got to be 6.5 ounces. I know it's not that long. It's like 8 1/8 inch total length, but 5.8 ounces, yeah, it's pretty chunky for a knife that's a little over 8 inches long, though. I mean, you got 3.8 for the Paramilitary 2, about the same length overall. So you got 2 more ounces on it. It's 164 grams, so it's no lightweight. Ergos are okay. It's catching me right here, right here. So, you know, they made this first finger choil here too long. They should have come out of there. I would have started earlier and ended earlier, and I'd have had my finger up closer to where the blade is, and then the second one, and I wouldn't have done this. I think they could have deleted that and been just fine, don't you? But okay, I mean, it's not that horrible. I mean, I can kind of, you know, back up like that, or I can try and slide forward a little bit, and I'm not bad, especially now that you got this choil area, so I can really kind of ride my first finger up here, and that's comfortable, okay? You've got this jimping up here on top of this blade. Check the thumb studs out on this. Those are big old dogs. But I'm trying to figure out, because, I mean, check this. You can't open the knife until you push the button, right? Okay? Now it's locked shut. I mean, locked open. Locked shut. See? Locked open. So what are the thumb studs for? You can't kick it open with a thumb stud unless you press the button and then kick it. You see what I'm saying? But you got to press the button, and then, you know, if it doesn't go back into locked, then you can kick it. But does that make sense? There's really no point, but now it's locked down. So really, you use the button and just swing it open. Not like that's difficult, is it? It's odd. I mean, it's kind of a cool look to see the thumb studs. So maybe just style points, huh? And really, I mean, you see the slotted there? You might be able to take them off if you want, but then what are you going to leave? Some big old holes in there. So I don't like that idea either. Night Morning Design, his little logo there, and then Tucson Knives on the little pivot surround, which doesn't bother me. I guess it's better than splashing it on the blade. But yeah, Ergos could have been different on this, but okay, I'm not going to, you know, scream and yell. Really, reverse grip is even more comfortable, and you know the reason why? Because 2 smaller fingers can fit in that choil, and they feel locked in and good there, okay? So that's good. And where's my balance point on this knife? And it's good. It's good. I like it. I don't know. There's something so funky and cool about it. You get them on eBay, although there's a site on Amazon, and I can't remember what the guy's name is, but it's a certain name. And well, I'll put all that stuff down in the description section and top of the comment section, so you can scroll down there and look at the Tucson, official Tucson sellers on eBay, and also Tangli, I think it's his name, Tangli on Amazon, and I'm sure he's an authorized guy. Plus, they have Tucson store, so it's just TWSUN is the name of the Tucson store. There's no O in it. But look at how they were. Oh man, this was 2 days and 11 hours left. Holy moly. I mean, I remember back in the day when, you know, you were getting Tucson knives way cheaper. Oh, by the way, I got a couple of others too. And so, I mean, just for shits and giggles, the 323 by this Antimonov, whatever, designer guy, new guy. I'll try and work on his name, but this is way cool as well. And then, I mean, because I got some catching up to do. They kind of got away from me. And then another one from Tepe. Does this remind you of the Maverick, the 177 Maverick? Wow. And this is an M390 and it's numbered. So I feel pretty cool having this one. I really, really like this. And it's a liner lock too. Yeah, baby. That's all good. Okay, so back to my 313. But this button lock is crazy, and people were just losing it over that. But I kind of get it. It is really way cool. It really is. The design is nice, and of course, night morning. Let's just throw this around here. Blade to handle length is, oh yeah, it's almost dangerous. Put your finger there. Okay. Flow here, no, but I guess it's because of this and the button lock setup, so they had to do that. Because usually his designs are uninterrupted. So, and he's done a bunch of them. Fit and finish is nice, and it's contoured here on these handles. Ooh, baby. I don't know. To me, it's like just a little under 5.5 or 3.5, right? So, yeah. So at 85 millimeter cutting length and overall 8 and 8 at 20.5 centimeters. I could have lived better maybe with a 3.8 inch blade, but that's just me. Because this is such a brutal looking knife, this is such a big, chunky, husky thing, that to me it could have stretched and looked a little bit more proportional maybe in a way. But okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. And it's, it locks shut and it locks open, so you're good there, and you can see how the button lock works, and it's not unusual setup for the way a lot of button locks work. But why they did this raised area here and there, I don't know. So let's take it apart, check it out. Wow. It's pretty impressive looking knife, really. Okay, backside, because we can't do it from the front side, but we can do it backside here. And it's almost like it wasn't really tightened down that tight. It looks like it's got a D-shaped pivot in there as well. And all these are number 8s because that's what they do now, and that's a really smart move. So I'll tell you what, the guy who owns Tucson Knives, runs Tucson Knives, whatever, I mean, he's smart. He is smart. He's got some really good designers that are not name brand guys necessarily, but they've really done some incredible designs. So he's pretty open to collaborations from anybody. He's just going to look at the design and see if it really works. Okay, come on. Let's see what we are missing here. Okay, we got it. Okay. And we've done weight relieving around that. Isn't that interesting? Around the holes. Wow. There's your cavity for the button spring, and there's the spring down here. Okay, and then let's see what we got. Can we pull you out? Yeah, we can. Okay, so there's our steel washer. Ooh, that's a heavy-duty steel washer. Wow, D-shaped pivot. Stop. Okay. Let's lay you down back here. And let's take a look at the inner workings. Oh, wow. Multi-row ceramic bearings. Okay, so we have this. This is like a ProTech, that has the spring with the button, all that. Let's see how that breaks out, by the way. Okay, let's take, these are captured ceramic. Okay. Yeah, that really looks like a ProTech setup. I've taken my share of those apart too. And it pushes, wow, it pushes all the way through. Wow, I'm surprised. ProTech doesn't do that. They've got theirs tapered somehow where it stops at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? And theirs is flush too. So this is strange because you can pull this all the way through. And I haven't seen another button lock where you can do that. Not recently. Okay, so there's your pivot. And yes, there is a little D shape there. All right. And of course, like I said, heavy duty washer, captured ceramic bearings, and we got things flying out left and right. This is where this goes here in the front. And of course, then here's your back spacer. That's titanium, obviously. And we've got our magnet still out here. Yeah, all that's titanium. The spring ain't. Jeez, I picked that up, didn't I? And here's the pass-throughs. No, they're not either. They're steel. But, okay. I was trying to... You saw that swinging around so free. Wow. Yeah. That's craziness. And then here comes these. So, really not terribly complex, actually, is it? I mean, you got the little spring that fits in this little cup and goes down into this cavity. And, your normal washers, bearings, and, screws, and that's it. It's not that complicated. Well, okay. I was a little intimidated when I thought about going in, but not now. Well, I think we made a big enough damn mess. We weren't coming in from the front, so that means we were right here with this. And there's our D shape, and where's that going to go? Oh, to the back. Okay, there's back that way. So we'll have to roll it around that way. And then we need a washer. Then we need some unbearables here. Ooh, multi-row unbearables. And put that down. Throw me some good old blade on here. Some M3 Powerful 90. And you know what? To hell with it. Give me this. Give me this. And throw this. Let me see if I can kind of slide this little puppy in from the side a little bit and then line it up. Slide this through too, just like that. Okay, well, hopefully, yeah, then they'll fall out, right? Yeah. Okay, come on. Come on, put a little pressure up against you. Okay. You gotta have bearings on this. But we got to put our button lock thing. Oh, yeah, we'll add that later. Got to put our button lock thing together, and it's really strange how that has set up. Oh, I see what this blade does. Okay. It's going to segregate that, so we're going to set this down here, and then the blade will go between. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe. Oh, just like that. Okay, now let's push the pivot up. Okay, now we got to turn the pivot to make sure it's at the right orientation to meet the other side, and this, and the spring. You know, I don't think I should put any lube in the spring area. If I do later, I'm going to have to study up on that. I'm not really sure about that, if I really need to do anything like that. But, okay, so this should all click together with the button area fitting in there. Okay. Push this in. This baby just keeps falling out the back, so to hell with it. And we got to put this in because this is our pivot going back. Come on. Okay. So we got that, and now we can go back to this one and say, come on, get it together, buddy. Drop these screws in, and they're all number 8s. So I put it together in a very half-ass way, but it's, you know, it's pretty simple the way it functions, so it's not rocket science. These screws, I mean, the threads are nice, the hardware's good, it feels solid. It's definitely centered, but I wonder what I've done here now. Okay. All right, back with the TS313. Big Daddy button banger. Yes, it is. Night morning design. All kinds of crazy multi-row ceramic bearings. Yeah, it's very nice. I like it a lot. I like all my Tucson knives. I need to probably do another roundup of knives that I have in my collection that I really like, but this will definitely make the hit parade here. I'm big on this one for sure. And this one, probably one of the most unique ones that's ever been made. So that's way cool. Take care, my friends. Subscribe to my channel if you would be so kind. And remember, we love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.